Good day, Deadsiders. My name is Matthias, and let's talk about the top 10 things Deadside needs in 2021. Number one on the list for me, guys, is open traders. When I say open traders, I mean the traders must sell everything you can get in the game. Doesn't matter what they make the pricing, you need something to work towards, okay? You have got traders in the game, which people use constantly.
Давненько баб не было в наших краях.
But gathering 200,000 in a day is very easy. What you can do with that 200,000 is, I mean, we used to have items for 100 or 200, 300,000. Can't remember, but we had those cool guns which we could buy for a lot of money. Okay, now we can fill up our gear extremely fast and there's nothing to buy. This currency is not worth anything anymore, because if you're new, you're not going to loot yourself to death for this, okay? And if you go after missions, there's no reason to buy this. So it makes the trading, it makes the traders very boring, very uninspiring, nothing to work towards. Players need something to work towards and different ways of playing the game. So for the PvPers, for the crazy PvPers that want 5 clans and want to dominate everyone and wants to empty every server because they just kill everyone with their aimbots, they're already happy. But let's look at what the game is like at the moment with them happy. Not very good, okay? So always look at everyone overall. And the only way you do that is to give everyone more options. This is definitely one of them. Okay. Number 2 on the list is less dead space and more points of interest. Okay, what do I mean by less dead space? This is what I mean by less dead space. This is what I mean by dead space. And this is what I mean by dead space, and this is what I mean by dead space. Okay, we need less dead space and more points of interest, and a lot of points of interest can be added here, like the light tower was added here, but there's nothing actually here. Okay, and there's nothing here. If I'm in the middle of the map, why am I gonna run 4 kilometers just for a lighthouse mission? If I'm in the middle of the map, why am I going to run all the way there? If I'm in the middle of the map, why am I going to run all the way there? Okay. Now, I understand their balance between missions and events. Okay. The reason I think they don't want the missions to fall into the busy spaces is because then people can respawn very quickly. Okay. So they're putting it in dead spaces so that it can, everyone can go there and fight each other for those locations. But what they didn't think about is with all this dead space, it promotes people making bases. And I've heard from the community that people build bases very close to the light towers and just snipe people, from 200 or 300 meters away. Just sniping people because they can build their base very close to the light tower. So that is something that they need to think of, is not this. Okay, on a populated server, these icons will probably disappear, but this wide stretch thing here is not helping your player base at all. It's making us run through dead space where there's nothing happening. Let something crash, in a very busy vicinity that it can be a more epic battle. Don't let people that build their bases, like if a guy builds a base here, he's going to have a lot of drops, guys. I know that. If a guy builds a base there, he's going to have a lot of drops and he's going to have that mission to himself. Okay, So yes, the points of interest doesn't need to be on top of one another, but I mean like 2 or 3 year, you know, there's a big space there, there's a big space there, there's a big space there. Okay, and of course, yeah, you can open up this later, but the game is moving the right way, you know. And please, this is just my opinion, yeah, please disagree or agree with me down in the comments, and let's talk about this. Okay, I do get a few views on Deadside, you know, so maybe the developers looks at it and we can talk about it as a community. Okay. Okay. Number 3, the AI is really great. Okay, except for the fact, one thing that they should look at is that I see a lot of people complaining that if they rush an AI that's over a hill, the AI can shoot them through grass. Okay, and of course we know AI can shoot you through bushes or trees, you know, where you can't actually see them, giving them a very unrealistic, unfair advantage over you. Okay, so except for that, the AI is really great. But we find ourselves doing this a lot, especially with where they put the events. You know, nothing's happening here. So you need to give the player something to stay busy with. And since the AI works so well, you know, it's not necessary, guys, because it is mainly a PvP game. But a really good option for them would be to add the standard deers and wolves and bears, you know, for random encounters. And then, you know, at least make the fire so that, I mean, at the moment, if you kill an AI, you get his items. So they can, you know, I think they can make a wolf and a deer and a bear that you can also get items from them, you know. With the meat, you know, then you can get meat and skin and bones from them, you know, to cook the meat, maybe craft some armor, you know, various options that you can have. But if it's just PvP, it's fine. Okay, if it's just PvP, it's fine. And then that brings us into number 4, the lack of variety. Like when when I heard of the crash, okay, the heli crashes, I thought I was going to see different AI. I was really excited about the AI, but yeah, the AI looked the AI looked roughly the same. I like that sound that it's making while I'm holding my breath. I don't know if that's new, but it sounds cool. Definitely sounds cool. But yeah, bosses, guys. Sorry about that now. Bosses. A bigger variety of AI that looks different. Okay? We definitely need something like that. So the main concern for me is there's a lack of bosses. We need tougher enemies. You know, we need them with better gear like a grenade launcher or a BMG sniper rifle. I think we need all the AIs to look as far as the new snipers are looking. Okay, that we can't just, we can't go into easy mode and just hang back and pick them off. The danger level is what makes the game exciting, so give them grenade launchers, give them a BMG, let them throw grenades at us. Okay, give us a lot more surprise missions. Just bigger and more different, more dangerous. An example is the AI at the heli crash. I was expecting something else, but it was roughly the same. And now that I've taken damage, it brings me to point number 5. We need noticeable penalties with the water and the food levels. Okay, like you don't need differences from 20, 40, 60, 80%, basically just 25, 50 and 70%. We need to have penalties with that. Okay, and if we have more penalties with water and food, like you have more sway, whatever they want to add to it, but there must be some penalty. Since there is a water and food system, there must be some penalty, and I don't see a penalty at the moment, except for that you're losing health when you're at 0, but even that is freaking slow. So the survival element of it is extremely weak, and then we need less drain, guys. We need less drain. The painkillers basically works like, it takes away 20, I think 20 water or something like that. Let's just check here. Yeah, the painkillers, if I'm right. No, let's just check here. The painkillers, it's going to put me to 80. Yeah, then it's going to take about 20 or 30. 40, okay? So it heals you for 20, takes 40 water away. Now you're sitting with this problem. But there's no penalty. Look at... I'm not worried that I'm dying of thirst here, guys. I haven't got a worry in the world. Okay? It's taking way too slow. Even if I take the adrenaline, okay, it's going way too slow. So yeah, it decreased the effect, of the adrenaline. It's way too much food and water, and it doesn't really penalize you in any case. I'm a 0 water, so it's not having any effect for me whatsoever. Okay, but even at 0 water and 0 food, there's no PvE element, guys, really. And since I can't buy any expensive items at the trader, I can buy food for days. Okay, so yeah. Again, in the comments down below, tell me what you think of it. For me, there's no PvE threat. Even the food and the water, the little bit that there is not effective at all. And they went completely apeshit with the adrenaline. The adrenaline is way too overpowered, and then the painkillers is way, it's not exciting at all. It's a good feature. Don't get me wrong, it's a good feature. But we don't need to worry about food or water, so they need to add effects to that. Okay, number 6 on the list. You guys have probably hopefully done some research, but the average throw of a soldier with a grenade is 35 meters. Okay, and that's dependent on the gear that you're wearing, what situation you're in, the pressure you're under. There's a lot of factors to it, but 35 meters is the average. And then, if you haven't got anything stopping you, then probably 50 meters is fine. But I'm standing against this wall. There's the cars. What is that, guys? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It feels like 11 meters. Okay, it feels like 11 meters. And I've got a very, very small arch. First of all, guys, it took me quite long to do this video because I struggled to think of 10 things, because at the moment the game has added a lot of things. Okay, Deadside has added a lot more points of interest, a lot more missions. The epic mission that you guys saw at the military base was freaking epic. You know, they did a lot of things right, but it's like that, you know, that little gap there that they're missing. There's a wide opening for them to, you know, score touchdown after touchdown, and I just feel they're missing the point here. Like, yes, I know I can throw the grenade higher, okay, but again, I can't go higher than that, otherwise it's going to go back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 meters at most. Okay, and then you've got these things. The damage is off now, guys, but then you've got these grenades, you know, that almost don't do any damage at all. But you can utilize them. You can throw them like a grenade. Okay, so please, if the green grenades are 25 meters, bounce it up to 35, 40 at least. The average distance is 35 to 40. Okay, and then keep these grenades at 50 meters. You know, I don't care. At the moment, they don't seem too great. No, it's very difficult to use this tactically, guys. You have to be like, right, you know, you have to be, imagine I have to try and throw a grenade at a guy if he's standing behind that car with a gun. Automatic gun, sniper rifle, grenade launcher, you name it. Why am I going to use a grenade? Clear out rooms, yes, but we need more options, just like when they took away the money, you know, the cool weapons from the traders. Players need more options, and it's there. It is there. It's a value change that you have to do. It's the items that you have to bring back to the shop because you took it away. Give people more options. The game did not pick up after you removed all the items from the trader. Trust me, go back to your graphs. The game did not pick up when you took the items away from the trader. But the big thing is not the trader. It is the options that they are giving us. The qualities of life that they are missing out on. It's things like that. Number 7, guys. In the comments down below, how many of you that have played Deadside extensively stays excited? Like, I can use a game that I love as an example, you know. I got adrenaline rushes for a very long time. I still get nervous. I still get adrenaline rushes. How many of you still get excited by doing missions the same way? With the limited options that you have. You've still got your guns, but you've got AI that there isn't a lot of variety on. Yeah, you've got AI that there isn't a major variety on when it comes to what they look like. You know, so how much excitement is there for you? And of course they're looking through grass where I can't really see them. Oh, there they are. But yes, you know, excitement wise, How much excitement is there for you guys, really? And I'm not breaking the game down. I'm just saying they need to give us more options. Just more options, basically. Well, that's exciting. That's exciting. That's one thing that the trailer does. Yeah, that's a rare instance that happened right there because I'm ignoring it. Okay, you guys saw I was making a joke out of it when I said about the excitement. Okay, I can get to my back to my body very, very nice. So the reason I mentioned that is I feel we need traps. We've got AI that works very nicely with the way they follow us. Okay, the following mechanic is really, really great. But like traps that we can craft or traps that we can buy, like landmines, I think we need a much wider variety on grenades. Like flashbangs can add, can add a lot of stuff to it. Spikes that you can add to a tree or add to grass that, when they follow you, they walk into it. Booby traps, that you can make for them on their paths if you know what their pathing is like. There's a lot of things that, to make it different. And I'll explain to you at the end of this video why I feel Deadside needs to be different. And it's got a lot to do with their competitors. But yeah, spike, mines, flashbangs, just more tactical options to spice things up, okay? Just basically more tactical options to spice things up. And then number 8, guys, is cosmetic items. I don't know how long this vest and this helmet is the go-to, okay? I know it's a nice helmet, but we can add a player-unknown helmet. We can add a biker helmet. We can add crafted helmets like Mad Max helmets. There's a lot of helmet options that we can use, definitely when it comes to crafting. And you've got crafting options, guys, but except for baseball, I mean, really, who's going to craft a flashlight? I'm serious, who is going to craft a flashlight when I can put a flashlight on my gun? Maybe a walkie-talkie? Maybe I'll craft a walkie-talkie. Maybe maybe electronic. But since you're putting all the focus on missions, I don't know, but you've got very, very little crafting options, guys. There's 1, there's 4 there, but actually just two distinct. And then you can ignore the base. You've got a fire and a crate. Okay, so yeah, they need to add a lot more crafting items, and they can do that with the gear, crafting gear, finding gear. Okay, spicing things up. The new armor and the new helmet was the most disappointing thing I've had in a long time, because I thought it would be better. I really thought it would be better. But it wasn't. Oh, let's not talk about the trees. Let's not talk about the trees. You know, that isn't going to help anyone. But yeah, more cosmetic items, helmets, armor, crafted helmets and armor, you know. Damage stats. Damage stats on the weapons would be great, guys. Not everyone is a pro at Deadside. So I think damage stats would be a really nice breath of fresh air. Armor stats and damage stats. Just stats on your weapons. You know, will be really, really great. And now the mission has ended. That brings me to my next point. Number 9, okay? Let's just run it here. Number 9. It is dependent on luck whether you're going to get this Stalker backpack or not, okay? And it's only the Stalker backpack that you can put 2 weapons in. If I'm running with this kit, or if I'm running with a Carlington and a UMR, why must I in battle take the time to take every attachment off? Okay, if that's another thing, it's not part of number 9, but please guys, you know, let us move weapons with their attachments, okay, when we put it in a crate. But yeah, we don't want to replace the weapon that we've got, you know, for another weapon. So, and this thing is very dependent on luck. So Typhoon backpack, the Typhoon backpack needs 1 slot, definitely. Okay, it needs 1 weapon slot. And then we need to transfer the guns, you know, to the crates, with all the attachments. And then number 10 brings me to this mission, this exact thing that happened right here. Why are you rushing me to get back to a mission? Why are you punishing me for taking my time? If I'm running towards a mission, why would you punish me that I'm going after events? Okay? Why should everything be on a timer? I understand that event should be on a timer. But guys, number 10 is double or triple AI despawn timers. Like, what? Some fights that I've had at missions, especially epic missions, can take an half an hour very easily. And then all the AI we've cleared out is gone. They've disappeared. And especially after I finish the mission. Who wants to loot AI while they're busy with the mission, where players can kill them and AI can kill them? Why should that be our focus point? To loot while we're busy with the mission, instead of looting like most people do when they finish with something, or when they finish with an area. You know, and then when the mission ends, most of the AI disappears. So please, double or triple the AI despawn timer. Don't make a mission end until it's been completed. I'm serious. Here's an epic mission. Now there's a hard mission. Okay? Force people to do this. You've added a lot more mission points, but force them. Don't let them give up. Give someone the reward for that epic mission. And there will be easy and medium missions, okay? But don't let it despawn. If somebody didn't finish it, let the other guy pick up the spoils. Okay? There's no reason for a mission to end. I don't see the reason for that timer. It causes a lot of frustration, like I just had now. I didn't experience frustration, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Just not getting back to a mission, running into a player by mistake. You know, if you spawn like 2 kilometers away, you're just gonna make it. If you spawn a kilometer away, if you have to go around AI, or you know, use stealth to not get detected by other players while you're trying to get back to your body, or get back to the mission is going to end. It's a very negative thing for me. Don't know about you guys. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. And when the mission's done, give it a few minutes. Don't make everything despawn. Give us a few minutes to pick up everything that's left there, especially if we've won the fight. And that's it, guys. That's 10 things that I could think about. And like I said, it took me quite a while to think of these 10 things, because overall they're moving in the right direction. It's just that goalpost that they're missing. And please leave it down in the comments below. You know, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. And let's have a discussion over that. I know there's a suggestion page in the Discord. You know, but I mean, let's talk about it and keep it real, guys. Keep it real. I've gone to the Discord suggestions. You know, guys putting 10 suggestions there, but it's a very wide, you know, it's like in, I can't remember the things I've read, but you have to think about the coding. You have to think about what they have done so far, and then you know, use that as a guideline, you know. Like my suggestion of adding damage values and armor values, that's not going to take a lot of time. Changing the despawn timer, that doesn't take a lot of time, that's already in the game. Okay, adding cosmetics, that takes a bit of work, but not a ton of work. Okay, yeah, it's mostly timers. Adding a slot to the Typhoon backpack. Okay, getting the items back in the trader. Dead space, you know, that takes a lot of work. Adding new assets to the dead space. So the things that I've mentioned now is the traps, the cosmetics, and adding more points of interest. That takes a lot of work. Creating different AIs, you know, that takes work, but it's possible. It's something in the same line as what they've done. Okay, being able to kill an animal. I don't know if they can make animals, but I'm not going to ask them to make animals and give us fishing and, you know, a bunch of things that they haven't touched on yet. So, you know, try and keep it, you know, just try and keep it in a little circle. Don't go, you know, don't let your head run away with you. There's a lot of things that I want, you know. I saw in the Discord people that want things that, you know, Deadside was, that the developers never meant to have in the game. So, you know, just keep it real. But guys, for me, the overall picture that they need is more options. We need more options. That's what all 10 these things that I thought about, it boils down to. We need more options, more immersion, you know, something that immerses us more, and less frustration. There's still a lot of frustration in this game. We need less of it, more quality of life. Okay, and again, we need suggestions, we need feedback from the community. And quality of life is at the forefront. When I look at the Discord suggestions, quality of life is the main goal. But like I say, it is a good game to hop in and hop out. But for this game to keep me here for a month, non-stop, I need more options. I need something to fight for. I need a lot of different things to do. And the most important thing that I want to end on, guys, is Deadside needs to understand who they are targeting. It's very important that they don't try and compete with Tarkov. Okay, so I understand that they haven't really got survival elements in it, and it's just a PvP game. But that's basically what Tarkov is. And you're going to struggle to compete with Tarkov in this kind of, you know, in this kind of zone. There is a big market for survival. Okay, there is a big market for survival, and their AI is some of the best. So they have to decide what direction they're going to take, and they're going to need to decide what makes them unique, not standard. You know, it's like a PvP Daisy. That's what people say. It's a PvP Daisy. No, it's nothing like Daisy. There's no survival. Okay? So they need to lock down their vision and say what is going to put us apart from everything else. Because if you don't give players something unique, you're the same as everything else. And if you're the same as everything else, you're competing against everything else. That's where the difficulty lies. So thank you for the time that you've spent with me. If you want to see future updates, if you want to see my coverage of future updates, and if you enjoy my content, then click the sub button and the bell button to be notified of future videos. And then once again, thank you for the Dream Team members. We started a Dream Team squad probably a month ago, and it's close to December. There's a lot of things that I want to do with the channel. So if you would like to help, there's a join button and a Patreon page in the description, which is called the Dream Team. You can go over all the benefits there. You can leave some suggestions. But yeah, have a great day, guys, and I wish all the best for Deadside. There's a lot of games that I see with great potential. Unachieved potential. And I really, really hope Deadside achieves its full potential. It's like looking at a child and seeing what that child can do in their life. But okay, I'm getting too deep. Cheers, guys. Have fun. Bye.